And I think the waiting room.
Yeah, I admitted them already. Okay, so let me pause right there and just let everybody know that this is recorded. The only person who has their camera on is Danielle and Christian and myself, but just want you all to know that this will be, I forgot Miranda was on here. That this will be recorded for those who were unable to attend. And so for Edward, who just joined, today we're talking about life after high school. And I was just mentioning that some of, one of those options that you have post high school is, of course, college, going to a four-year university, a community college, or getting a 2-year degree, which you can begin to earn credits towards that degree while you're in high school. Another option is a trade or vocational school. So that's like HVAC, plumbing, a carpenter, technician, just so many other manual, like kind of labor jobs that you can do, that you can learn, like that trade or that specialty. That's really hot commodity, especially today when everything is so tech savvy. You don't really have a lot of people going into those fields anymore because those just are kind of looked over, but there's really some good money there. And that really can lead you into entrepreneurship, because those are skills. Once you attain those, you don't need to work for anybody. You can take that information and just, build on that in a business aspect and work for yourself. So that really trade and vocational skills can really lead you towards a life of entrepreneurship. And a lot of people don't think about it like that, especially today when they're pushing college down your throat, or social media, which I'm going to push those things down your throat too, because they're valid, but this is also another option. Or you can just work, you can, work into a basic job, work at Burger King, work at McDonald's. I worked at both, even through college, my first 2, maybe 3 years of college, I worked at Burger King. I still love Burger King. So you can definitely pick you up a job. Or you can, like I mentioned yesterday, look into social media. Make sure I can see the chat. You can look into social media. And guys, feel free to put questions in here or comments in the chat. That's always welcome. Yeah, so that's definitely always welcome. Social media is just becoming bigger and bigger. The money is there for sponsorships. I mean, I follow so many YouTubers, and I'm literally seeing the growth in their financial situation and just in their platform and the influence that they have. So if it's something that you're interested in, I would say definitely it's worth it to invest your time and your skill set into, and not just social media, but just into the tech world, period. So whether you're going to go into like technical engineering or computer engineering, app development, all of those things are really becoming a hot commodity. I'm going to start learning about cryptocurrency, so learning about investing and trading. And these are things that you can do while you're in high school, and especially post high school, when you have those refund checks, when you have those $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 refund checks. Take some of that money and you can begin to invest and really take advantage of that. And again, this is a time where your time is more flexible, so you can take the time to really learn about that. You're not already bogged down with a career and a family and trying to work out and trying to do TTM. Oh, I'm talking about myself, I forgot, sorry. You're not bogged down with all those things. And so you have that's free time right now to really dive in and really learn about cryptocurrency or Bitcoin, all of those things, which I don't know much about, but I'm going to learn because I'm going to make this money. So really, those are some things that you can really invest your time in. You can intern. You can intern either domestically or internationally. There are a lot of programs out there. And again, this is something that you can do in your junior or senior year in high school. And especially once you get into college, that'll open up a lot of doors for internships domestically and internationally. But even outside of school, those programs are there for you. One program that I know specifically, I'm not going to say the name of the program, but there are programs out there where you can travel abroad and teach English. So English is your first language. Everybody wants to come to America and live the American dream, right? Which doesn't exist, but everybody wants to come to America and live the American dream. And they need to know English. It's preferable that they speak English. And so there are a lot of programs out there for you to travel abroad and teach English. And they will provide you with housing and some sort of a stipend, or even if they don't provide you with housing, they're going to provide you with some sort of a stipend and some sort of assistance and guidance while you're over there. Because of course that's scary, right? Especially if you've never traveled abroad. Having that program and having that assistance is really going to help you. So they're going to give you some sort of a financial assistance and some sort of a just, guidance in general. So I think that's something definitely worth looking into. And again, fresh out of high school or over the summer, that's something you can do. Or even like, a stipend is just like some sort of a financial support. So they're going to give you, of course you're going to earn money because it's like tutoring, right? So you're teaching others to speak English. So you're gonna get paid for that. But then on top of that, they may give you like $200 a week, which is kind of like an allowance. Like they're just giving you some sort of financial assistance. And that's what I mean when I say stipend. And as far as like traveling internationally, you might want to think about some sort of a kind of missionary work. There are programs out there with churches or programs or organizations where you can travel abroad and just really get that experience under your belt. I studied abroad when I was in college. Best experience of my life. I really feel like that was a turning point for me. And I'm trying to get back sooner than later, sooner than most people think. So outside of just interning or like doing some sort of a missionary work abroad, just traveling locally or internationally. There's so many places in Texas. Texas is huge, right? You can literally drive for 9 hours and still be in Texas. So Texas alone has so much to offer. So you don't have to go internationally, but just taking that time to go on a road trip or even save up $200, $300, book your round trip ticket on Hopper and go somewhere that you've never been. Take a train, take a bus ride, do something different, travel somewhere that you've never been. Like I said, there's so many places here in Texas. How often do you go to New Orleans, which is 4 hours away? How often do you go to Dallas? Like if you've never been outside of Houston, definitely think about that. I just recently, I don't know if I mentioned this yesterday, but I recently went to Waco last week. A great experience for me. It was such a good trip. And it was just a 3-hour drive. 3 hours there, 3 hours back. And on the way there, we passed so many cool places that I want to go and travel to and experience. So just travel locally or internationally. Save up that $1,000, $1,500 and travel to Europe somewhere and stay in a hostel. Get that experience. There's so much out there for us that we just don't realize is there. And again, right now, it's just a really good time for you guys to indulge in that because you can be flexible with your time and with your money. Or you can be a little bit more modest and just help more with your home life, help around the house, be of some assistance to your parents and to your family, just helping out more, just utilizing your time and still not being stagnant. And when your house is happy, the house is happy. So when your house is clean, when things are more efficient, like everybody in the house can rest a little bit. And having that calmness in the house, having that organization in the house can really be good for your mental. We can't neglect that or neglect to mention that your mental period is important. The school year is stressful, especially these past couple of years with COVID and the Delta variant. The school year is stressful. School, if you've graduated, you've been in school for 12 plus years, that's a stressful time. Take that time help with your home life, help everybody be a little bit more at ease. And it will help you, and it will help your mental. And so kind of piggybacking off of that, just some things that you can do amongst yourself with your time outside of, okay, like what am I going to do in my life? Just what are you going to do with your day to day? So some of the tips I have is to create a daily schedule for yourself and stick to it. Don't sleep in every day. Don't sleep in to 11, 12 o'clock every day and then get up and start doing stuff. Like, it's okay, again, to take that deep breath, maybe the first couple weeks or whatever, in the summer or after you graduate, taking that time to just really, sleep in. You've been waking up at 7 a.m. every day. But to take that time to sleep in, for a little bit, that's fine. But at some point, you need to create a schedule for yourself. And even if not every day, maybe 3 to 4 days out the week, you're getting up by 8, 9 o'clock. And you've created a schedule for yourself. You took the time to think about what do you want to be doing with your day. You've taken the time to be intentional with your time. And so creating a schedule and sticking to it. I know how hard that can be. My next suggestion is to get dressed, even if you have nothing to do, or if you're on a rest period. So I work from home, and it's easy for me to wake up 10 minutes before I'm supposed to be online and go brush my teeth and wash my face and be presentable from the waist up, or even not, to sit here in my robe and to just work. But I feel so much better. I feel like being more productive when I've gotten up, when I've worked out, when I've put on my eyebrows and I've put on some sort of an outfit. I feel better, but it's hard. It's hard to do it every day. And so I don't even put that challenge or that hardship on myself to say I'm going to do it every day, but I try to do it at least 3 days out of the work week. So I would suggest that for you as well. Getting up and getting dressed, even if you don't have a job yet, even if you're not going to school, still get up and get dressed and make yourself look presentable. Do something with yourself, make your bed, clean your room, make sure everything is in order for yourself. Because one of the things you're going to have to realize, and Christian mentioned this, and that really stuck with me, is you're responsible for you now. Once you graduate high school, it does not mean that your parents are not responsible for you, but it does mean that you're responsible for getting up on time. It does mean that you're responsible for the most part, what you do with your day, what you do with your time. If you're going to school, and even if you're going to school locally and you didn't leave home, you're still responsible for getting to those classes on time. You're still responsible for getting that work turned in. The college professors are not going to be on your back saying, hey, make sure you get that assignment turned in. It's not going to be like that, like how your high school teachers were. They don't care. And if you're late and if you don't turn in an assignment, it's a 0. That's what it is. And so especially if you do go to school out of state and you're not home and you're staying on campus, your time is 100% yours and you're 100% responsible for that. And so you want to start getting used to that now while you're in school over the summers, again, preparing, but also realizing that if that time is coming sooner than later, you're responsible for your time. So my next tip would be create achievable goals for yourself. So a lot of times in school we say, okay, I have a goal of getting straight A's or straight B's or all, A's and B's or what have you. That doesn't stop just because you're not in school and you're on those 3 months before school or before college or whatever. Still create achievable goals for yourself. And I put achievable in there because a lot of times, even as adults, we create goals for ourselves that just are not realistic. Still allow yourself to enjoy this free time that you have, to be flexible, but still create goals for yourself. I'm going to get dressed three days this week. That's an achievable goal. I'm going to put in 5 job applications this week. That's an achievable goal. I'm going to research so many programs to study abroad this week. That's an achievable goal. You clearly have been hearing me say a lot about being flexible with your time and being intentional with your time and enjoying the time that you have, but still being responsible. It's a delicate balance. And balance is something that you're just going to have to learn in this life period. And I don't have it. I know a lot of people don't have it, but it's something that I'm working to achieve every single day. And so that's why I'm giving this to you now so that you can start thinking about this earlier on in your journey. So just trying to have that delicate balance with still enjoying your time, but still being responsible with your time. And last but not least, definitely not least, try new things outside of what you did with your family or with your high school friends. It's a story that I always tell, and I'm gonna keep telling it. Just like Lady Gaga and her 100 people in the room who say no, you just need that one yes. This is my Lady Gaga story. My family would always say that we were going to do things, and then we wouldn't do it. And then when I got to college, I wrote down this list in a composition notebook. And by my junior year, I realized I still have that composition notebook. I still have that composition notebook. I realized that I had done everything on that list. And I was like, what? Stuff actually does happen. Like, if you make it happen, like stuff actually does happen. You do actually do things. So a lot of stuff on that list was outside of things that I would have ever done with my family or that I would have ever done with my high school friends. So try new things, create a list for yourself, try new things outside of what you would normally do with your family or what you would normally do with your friends, regardless as to what they think, what they would think of it. If they think that, oh, that's weird or that's whitewashed or what have you, try those new things. If you see something on TV and it's interesting to you, if you have an interest in it, try it. And sometimes that means you're going to have to do that alone. And that's okay. Doing things alone is perfectly okay. And, wanting someone there to do it with is understandable. We're human. By nature, we don't want to be alone, but doing things alone by yourself, it's okay. Sometimes it's just, the way life works. So that's what I got. That's all I got. Your options: college, 4-year university, community college, 2-year degree, your associate's degree, a trade or a vocational school, something that's a little more hands-on and manual labor that can then push you into entrepreneurship, travel locally or internationally. And you can do that through internship or through some sort of a program. You can work, definitely look into social media. The military, Christian, she just said military is a good option as well. Definitely. We did, was it our walk 2 years ago? Was kind of focused on kind of pushing the military out there. That's definitely a good option. It has its benefits, it has its cons, but it has its benefits as well. Or just helping more with home life. And some of the tips are just create a daily schedule for yourself and stick to it. Create goals for yourself, achievable goals for yourself. Get dressed even when you have nothing to do. Realize that you are now responsible for your time and that nobody else is responsible for that you're responsible for your time. And try new things, even if that means doing it alone. All the time, people tell me the things that I'm interested in is weird. And I don't care. And I do them and I have a great time. And sometimes I have to do them alone, and that's okay. So that's it. That's all I got. 6:58. I think I can get us out of here about 7 o'clock every night. We'll see. Any questions? Any questions at all? Any comments from anybody on here? Christian's not sure why.
It's something really quickly and then I gotta go because I am a recruiter in my lifetime. I will say, even as you are in school and as you go, like, network and talk to people and get to know them. And if you can extend a helping hand, do, because you will be very surprised at who you will run into in your adult life, in your adult career life. And people remember those things and they'll always help you out in the long run too.
Especially if you plan to stay locally or to stay local, definitely having those relationships and those networking opportunities are going to help you in the long run for sure. Any other commentary or comments? Did we just lose? No, we didn't lose Christian. We lost somebody. I think we lost Danielle.
It was Danielle.
Any of the mentees on here have questions? I know Drea said no. Nothing.
No, I don't have a question, but you did a very good job. I learned so much.
Thank you very much. Christian, Miranda, or Carrie. Is Carrie still on here? I'm so blind.
Oh, I do have a question.
Okay.
So, where did you travel?
I went to Spain.
Oh, you went
I
to
went-
Spain. It was good.
Mhm. It was amazing. I went to Spain for 3 months for a semester, and I traveled
Mhm.
to Paris for my birthday. I went to Portugal. I went to Barcelona.
Mhm.
I went to a lot of little places in Spain because once you're in Europe, traveling around Europe is very cheap, like 50-euro cheap. So yeah, I had an amazing time.
I need to travel.
You do.
I need to go somewhere. But thank you.
Christian said she over here worldwide. Yeah, I be
Yeah,
doing a
I'm
little
just saying,
something.
I'm trying to get to Paris too. I'm trying to beat Emily and Sharice in Paris. That's all I'm saying.
Paris was great.
That was good. That was good.
Okay. If we have nothing else, as I said yesterday, you can always reach out via email and ask questions if you have them. If you can't find our email, we're on all social media platforms, Trouble Movement. Everybody should have some form of communication though, as we're all mentees and mentors here. So yeah. Miranda, what are you saying? Oops, my bad. Okay. All right, guys. So if nothing else, you all have a wonderful night. We'll be back tomorrow with what's Wednesday?
Wednesday. Am I on mute?
No. So tomorrow we have high school resume review. Yes. So just kind of giving a little background on that. We're not going to be doing actual resumes. It's kind of like speaking more towards what Danielle was talking about. So just getting those things under your belt that make you look favorable to college recruits. So we will go, of course, more of that in detail tomorrow, but that is tomorrow's high school resume review. And then Thursday we have the Excel tutorial, very high level Excel review, and then on Friday, online etiquette and dress for success. And so for those of you who are on here, this is only open to our mentees or high school or college students who may be on the prize at the end. So on day 5, if you've attended all 5 days, there'll be a little quiz. And if you get the most questions correct from the quiz, the prize is a Samsung watch and a Apple Watch. So that is an incentive to get on here every day. And even if you missed yesterday, you might talk about giving, maybe the second place winner an option, even if they missed a day. But all of these will be recorded if I can remember to press record. No, Miranda, I'm not playing with you. All of these will be recorded as long as I remember to press record. So.
Yes, I will remind you.
Thank you. Miranda, no, it's not gonna happen. So, okay, if nothing else, you all have a lovely evening, and I will see you guys back here tomorrow at 6:30.
Bye.
All right, guys, bye.